Rah! Ah, here we are in Asgard, looking for Thor. The West Coast Davengers must find him. Oh!
West Coast Avengers. West Coast Avengers. Ah! Ah!
Davengers!
All right, welcome back to the West Coast Avengers. It has been a great last couple of weeks, just in general for the channel. I hit my 1,500th subscriber and beyond. I've just had some really great people show up in this community, and I want to say thank you to everybody, starting from the first couple of followers to the newest couple of followers. I appreciate every single one of you. If you are just joining for the first time, my name is Dave. I am a comic collector, a comic seller, and an overall comic enthusiast and a nut. Every Wednesday, you can catch me right here on this channel, West Coast Wednesday, for my comic book auction and claim sale. And every Sunday night, you can sit down with me. We can talk about comics and what's going on in the world. That is Sunday Sit Down. Please smash the like or gently bloop, touch it. Don't forget to subscribe if you are watching for the first time, and recommend this to a friend. Be like, hey, you don't want to watch that podcast, watch this one. Just like I love to recommend the greatest comic podcast on YouTube, Cartoonist Kayfabe. So hopefully you can find me to be second best. Everybody's heard the story, and I don't even know if it's true or if it's like an urban myth, of the guy who traded a paperclip on Craigslist, eventually trading all the way up to a house. And I thought I would do a little episode just like that. Last January, if you remember, if you were watching, live on Instagram, it actually happened. The day I bought a car, I bought a box of comics from a lady who clears out storage lockers, and it was a box of comics, and I saw 2 comics in the picture, and they were just Bronze Age Marvel books. And I went and picked them up, gave her the $100, came home. I unpacked the box live right in this room. And after pulling out several really good books, I pulled out an Amazing Spider-Man 129, the first appearance of the Punisher.
Wild Frontier, Plop, number 3, Weird Wonder Tales 2. Oh! Holy shit! What?
It was in my hands. I was like, oh my God, this is an amazing copy. I lost my mind. Like, I don't think I would have been as excited if it was a beat up copy, but this thing looked like, it was taken off the rack, put in this box, 45 years later, and somebody opened it. And that's how it looked. I had it pressed and cleaned and submitted to CGC, and it came back a 9.2. I honestly was hoping for a 9.8. Well, who wouldn't? But it was the cleanest 9.2 ever, and I was happy to just kind of hold on to it until I was ready to sell it. There's a comic book store that I go to often. That comic book store is Ancient Comics in Burien, Washington, just south of Seattle-Tacoma Airport. The owner, Jeff, he's probably watching this. He knows all about this show. To me, it's my favorite store in the Seattle metro area because he doesn't deal with any new stuff. It's all back issues. It's all high grade. The thing about him is, unless it's a bigger book, he won't put back issues out unless they're high grade. They'll be in his dollar or quarter bin or whatever. Jeff runs the shop. He gets people coming in all the time, selling them stuff. And he got a piece of artwork in that I was really interested in. I was trying to figure out a way to get it. He said to me he really wants something to trade. Turns out that I had enough comic books that I could find something to trade eventually. We talked about the 129, and I'm going to show you a little clip of the interaction with him at his store. And don't forget to visit Ancient Comics on Ambaum Way in Burien. You can just Google them. That's www.google.com. I'm pretty sure he has a Facebook account too. You just go into the shop. You'll be in there for hours. But
all right, we're gonna find out what this guy's made of. Good old Jeff and Ancient Comics.
Yeah, maybe 2 episodes.
right here at Ancient Comics in Burien. One of my local shops, one of my favorite shops. Jeff, the owner, we'll get him on here. But it looks like we're going to be making a deal, and I'm going to be walking home with something that is going to be amazing. Half off hardcovers and trade paperbacks. Spider-Man.
What's happening there?
We're here with Jeff at Ancient Comics. My favorite store in Washington. You know, you got to come see it, Burien. And if you're flying into SeaTac, it's right by the airport, so you can just come and get some comics and then get back on a flight and get the hell out of my state because we don't want you here. So Jeff has gotten to know me. He's a friend of the channel.
Yeah, he's cool.
You've been open 33 years?
Yeah, 11 years in this location.
What's the biggest comic that ever walked through the door?
The Davengers #1?
X-Men #1 came in, but that guy didn't sell it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you was here. Yeah, it was like 1 through 10. You interested in these? Yeah. All right.
He never came back. This store's a great store to dig. We're upstairs. Me and Jeff are working out a deal. We've got Amazing Spider-Man 129, the first appearance of the Punisher. This was the book that I pulled out of that carton and fucking lost my mind, January 2022, and I'm going to trade it to Jeff along with this. The first Storm Shadow, the secret, quiet, silent book by Larry Hama in a 9.6 newsstand. So I'm going to trade you those books. You take those.
Okay, cool, man.
And what I'm going to do is right off the wall here, I'm going to take this original page from Marvel Spotlight #6, the second appearance of Ghost Rider. Mike Plug is the artist. There's some notes here, but in my quest to become more of a collector of the original art, this is going to go in the collection. That's so dope. Look at the lettering. So how did this come to you?
Oh, just some old lady, she came sell me some comics, and she says, I got this in here. I'm like, cool. She came back and brought a couple other books. There's a couple other some art that I have over there. What is it?
Alex Schomburg.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know the value of that now, but I mean, it's pretty good.
Yeah, and Schomburg was Golden Age artist, one of the first.
Yeah, all the Marvel mysteries, stuff like that.
Human Torch.
And this one came in the collection too. Still haven't found a value of that either. It's only a 50.
Yeah, and it's Jim Kirk. Do you know that name?
No, I don't.
Besides being James Kirk, the captain of the Starship Enterprises.
What's the back part?
Oh, whoa. Comics Magazine Code Authority approved. Oh my God. That's so much cooler. I never saw that.
Yeah, I figured you'd like that.
Yeah, it's approved by the Comics Code Authority. Fuck the code, but still.
Right.
This thing's amazing. I've been bugging you about getting this for a while.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking about keeping it a little bit because it's not like I can get original art very cheap. If I want to get some, I'm going to have to pay for it. I mean, I do like Ghost Rider, but I mean, man, that's I can't really fit that in my safe deposit box.
Right. And the other thing is we talked about how funny it was that we both got these things at almost the same price.
Yeah.
So it's like we're doing what they used to do in the
good.
old schools.
Yeah,
Trade up.
And I like, I could put that in my safe deposit box, the Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I kind of like that. I'd probably just sell the G.I. Joe.
Pretty awesome where this book came from, where this page came from.
Yeah.
So
right.
Like
Same deal.
Yeah. So don't forget to visit Ancient Comics. Drop your address.
14439 Ambon Boulevard, Southwest Burien.
That's Washington. And you can visit Ancient Comics on Facebook, and you can bug Jeff and say, hey, do you have this comic? And he'll be like, yes. I gave him my ASM 129.92, which has potential if it gets a whitening process or any type of extra cleaning on it. You're looking at a 9496 and a G.I. Joe 21. 9.6 newsstand for Storm Shadow, which is a really hard book to find in a newsstand. A 9.8 goes for thousands. 9.6 is about 1,000. At the time that I had looked it up, it was around 800 to 1,000. So check this out. This is a page from Marvel Spotlight 6, the second appearance of Ghost Rider. First off, it's Ghost Rider. This is a Mike Plug page featuring pencils from Mike Plug and inks from Frank Chiaramonte, I believe his name is. It's page 21. So it's a beautiful page. First off, you can see the pencil and the blue line on it. You get the transformation of Ghost Rider in the mirror. You got Johnny Blaze on the couch. You got another panel here with Ghost Rider and the bike, and then the other character here with Ghost Rider. So this is a multi-panel page of Ghost Rider from his second appearance, Marvel Spotlight #2. So it's from the 70s. It's 1972, but check this out, and I'll zoom in. This is the stamp that is approved by the Comics Code of Authority, which I have personally never seen on a page before. I don't own many Comics Code era pages anyway. Actually, I own none, except this one. But that's May 31st, 1972 that it was approved. You could see there were notes cut off here. It's just such a killer page. There's tape residue on there. The page itself is fantastic. Now, you're asking yourself, Dave, what are you going to do with that? Or maybe you're yelling at the TV, Dave, put that back in the sleeve. Dave, are your hands clean? Dave, why are you talking to yourself? All that stuff. As you've seen in recent episodes, I am getting into original art. And to me, to get in on the ground level means you just start picking up stuff when the opportunities arise. And the opportunity arose for this. I'm glad that Jeff is happy. He seemed to really want a key book more. And that's for his PC. And he's building like a PC of solid high-grade keys. And now I'm building a PC of solid original art. Now, Mike Ploog, legend. The thing about Ploog is that he did a lot of the good Bronze Age books that are really kind of cult favorites. A lot of the monster stuff, clearly Ghost Rider. I might try and move this to get a piece of an artist that I really want, that I love. So if there's Ghost Rider people out there that maybe have some rights in pieces, for now, I'm really stoked just to own this. Like, piece of comic book history right here. Second appearance of Ghost Rider, original page by Mike Ploog. Just uncredible. It's uncredible. This episode is serving to kind of put it on the record. If somebody wants to contact me about, purchasing this from me, and my own personal record, that this page is officially mine. Just wild. I admittedly so. I mean, I liked Ghost Rider as a kid, but I never became a Ghost Rider fan. I am a Nick Cage fan, not a fan of that movie as much. I love the Rollins song, Ghost Rider Motorcycle Hero. But that's a different story. And I would go into an entire rant about how much I love that song. But this is just something amazing. And it started off from a $100 box of comics and it ended up with this. Does this become a house? Do I get Mike Ploog on the channel and we can talk about this? Who knows? Who knows? Only time will tell. But thank you all for indulging me on this short episode about Ghost Rider and trading and all of that. Don't forget to visit Ancient Comics in Burien, Washington. One hell of a store. He is getting books in on a weekly basis that would blow your mind. Recently just got the first 10 Avengers issues in. He got a bunch of early X-Men in. So it's one of those things. He gets books in. He moves them out quick. He'll always hook you up with a deal. Tell him that I sent you. Like, follow, subscribe. Stick around for West Coast Wednesday or Sunday of Sit Down. Or just hang out in here and drop a comment below. And keep digging.
Ghost Rider Motorcycle Hero.
Charmante.
Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire.
But I like weed. I like weed a lot.